Hello, one and all, and welcome back to the 2x4 table. I am Bricking Up Brad, and guys, we have an amazing show planned out for you. And if you can't tell today's topic by the shirt I'm wearing, then I don't know what you're on the stream for. So, guys, today we are talking about the Forestmen GWP that just got announced. I think it was like 4 days ago now, but we got to deep dive this. Look, if there's Newcastle stuff, we got to deep dive it. That's what this show's about. Also, we're gonna deep dive into the Forestmen sets themselves. Just look at those sets, kind of bring up fun facts, interesting stuff about them. Yeah, and then also a fun topic we're gonna talk about at the end is how we would like them to bring back the Forestmen if they could do a theme about them, or even like a Forestmen like theme. So yeah. Stay tuned for those topics throughout the show. Guys, I'm really excited to have this show. I went far and wide to find the best knights to talk about this today. So let's bring them in because that's what we're here for. We're gonna have some great discussions. So first off, all the way from TikTok, you may know him as many things, but he talks about many other things. I don't know the great way to intro him, but guys, it is Matticus Bricks from TikTok. How you doing today, Matt?
What's up, Brad? Thanks. I don't know how to introduce myself either.
Oh, wait, he made the Avengers Tower that you all love on TikTok. There we go.
I did a thing. Yeah, I made the Avengers Tower. I come in with my Star Wars hot takes here and there. So that's my thing. Thanks for having me on the show. I'm super excited to talk about Forestmen.
I know you love
classic
Castle. I know you love classic space. I know you got some of those awesome sets bagged up back there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to hear your thoughts about this today. All right, guys, coming in next. I also don't know how to introduce. I don't know how to introduce people, guys. We need to work on that. But all right, coming from TikTok, another big Castle classic fan, but he's also loves his Star Wars. Guys, it's obiwankenobricks. How are you doing today?
Hey. I'm doing fantastically. Thank you for that marvelous introduction. Just cruising a vintage Lego magazine right now.
So fancy.
That is fine reading.
Oh. Actually, you know what I just got in the mail today? Sorry, talking about magazines. I just got the 90th anniversary like magazine. Did you guys get that? It's like really different. I should have grabbed it, but it has the 90th anniversary promo in it. And it's the one you keep seeing like the images. No, I was like, where did this come from? It's smaller too. It's like this big, and there's like some. Yeah, it's very interesting. So
never been more jealous of a catalog.
I can't tell if Thomas throws back.
I think Thomas was frozen.
All right.
He was frozen in time. He went back to get us the Forestmen.
I guess so. Yeah, he's gonna come
here?
back. Yes, you're here.
You're back.
I'm so sorry. What is wrong with me?
I don't know. You're all good. I was like, wow, he's very invested in what we were talking
you look
about.
So focused.
Exactly.
All right, before we get started, guys, this episode is brought to you by Brick Monitor Shop. Guys, if you want some awesome classic merch, including this Forestmen t-shirt, that is what I'm recommending today. You guys should go in the link down below. Use code BRICKING10 at the shop, and you get 10% off everything. You can get 10%. It's pretty awesome. Honestly, we had him on last week. If you like, he loves Castle. This guy isn't like, this is the most comfortable shirt I own right now. And I've worn this shirt for 4 days in a row now. I'm not going to lie. On and off, but I have worn it.
I think you might want to wash it, Brad.
No, okay. I must get in the spirit of Forestmen.
You're trying to smell like a Forestman.
Exactly. Okay.
Yes.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I wear one of my other casts because I got 5 shirts from him. So I like wear one of the other ones, and I'm like going to have to do a show. So I throw this one on just so it's like I gotta talk about Forestmen today again. So
Perfect.
We've all been there.
I got right. So yeah,
making multiple videos. Yep.
I got it right. So yeah, we're gonna talk about Forestmen. So let's get right into it. Before, okay, we need a quick icebreaker, and I think my favorite icebreaker, as you know, this is a castle. We're talking about some castle stuff today. What is your guys' favorite faction? I'll start with you, Matticus.
All right, so my favorite faction is definitely not the best faction, but this is for personal reasons entirely.
Okay, we need to hear these.
My favorite faction is Fright Knights. Which I will flat out say they're not the best faction. The color schemes are god awful most of the time. The set design was questionable at best. But wait, I have her right up here. This is my girl. This is good old Willa. Willa the Witch.
Okay.
First Lego Witch.
Hello, Willa.
There's yours. Twinning. One of my first Lego minifigures. Really, Fright Nights is the reason that I'm a Lego fan, because it was magic and castles, and it was what was available at the time I got into Lego. And for purely nostalgic reasons, the sets, the Bat Lord, all of that, I love it. Favorite faction.
No, I think people like, okay, honestly, Fright Nights isn't the worst Lego Castle faction we have seen, and it's one of the
Not the
most
worst.
unique ones in my opinion. Like
Mhm.
it's not something I've done a lot of deep diving into, but it's something I'm hopefully going to be doing soon. But it is very interesting, and I think like a lot of times when you're connected to a faction, it's because you have like I love the Dragon Knights, and you know
Mhm.
why? It's because they're green. And it was one of the first castle sets I got had a Dragon Knight and a Lion Knight, and I thought the Dragon Knight was cooler because it was green. Like that's why I love them, and now I have almost 100 of them just because I decided to buy a lot. So like, I think people like I think factions. It's like kind of like clones or like Star Wars movies. It's like what were you like, kind of like attached to first, or just what was cool? So hey, Thomas, what was yours?
Well, I love the Fright Nights. I had a lot of headcanon for like what was happening with them and stuff. But so I had two kind of favorites here. My favorite classic theme would be the Dragon Masters, and because I feel like I fell in love with Magisto's magical workshop and just like the pure, I mean, like for lack of a better term, pure magic that came out of that. I mean, like so many adventures, and you've got the actual green and black dragons, which I have both of those. But then my biggest like not classic. Yes, exactly. I've got one perched on one of my castles up here actually. But
Oh,
it's just
nice.
out of view.
Mine in a bag somewhere.
So my favorite that is not within the classic castle factions is Knight's Kingdom 1, not 2 where they went to like the purple and green and interesting colored armor, but the original Knight's Kingdom. This was from early 2000s. And I have the let's see, that one is King Leo's castle, and that one is Royal King's castle, or vice versa. No, that one's King Leo's castle. Anyway, yeah, King Leo. I mean, it's just so classy, and it was like a tribute to the Lion Knights from before, and they used almost the same crest. And it was just such a like a modernization, and I loved their use of these new crossbow archer helmets that had the round piece around it. The rivets. And this was such a huge innovation. They had detail on the leg printing with like the archers who had like I have one here. Yeah, with how he had the brown straps down there, and then the detail for the armor was more impressive. I just was like prime castle for me. This is what I lived for, and I had all of the bulls, and I had almost all of the Knights Kingdom ones as well. Just one of my favorites. Yeah.
Nice. Love it. It's there's so much to choose from castle. Like I also, when I talk about this for the record, I count Ninja, I count Vikings. Those are classic castle themes. They were sub themes.
Ninja,
like, they're great. And I think like honestly, castle's got something for everyone. And if you just I always have people ask me like, oh, what faction should I what Lego castle should I buy? I'm like, find a faction, buy up that. Like that's all you need to do. Like, and then after that, you might go and buy a ton of other sets. But
so it might happen.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Do we consider Elsa's Frozen Castle a faction?
I'm gonna kick you, Matticus, and I hope you know this.
Yes, that castle.
I have that one too. It's actually not a bad castle.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
It's got like a spiral staircase and everything.
I'm trying to think of something that it's better than, but I think there's most castles from Classic Castle I'd rather buy over that. So
fair enough.
At least it's not Knight's Kingdom 2.
Knight's Kingdom 2 is so janky. I don't know what the deal is.
Knight's Kingdom 2 is interesting though. I want to look into it. It's better than I found it. It's better than Exo Knights. We all know.
There you go.
There you go. No contest.
I always say that Nexo Knights is the unwanted love child of Castle in Space that was run over by a lawnmower. So
it was what nobody asked for.
No one asked for it.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Okay, this is really off topic, but the one thing Knight's Kingdom 2 and Nexo Knights did well was they had main characters people could get attached to.
That's true.
I'll give you that.
And that's the only thing that I will take away. And I think they should bring back Castle. I think we need to have main characters like Ninjago we get attached to. I don't care if they have like hey, this is your wizard, but get us main characters we can get attached to. And that's how you bring back Castle. And this is a great transition into the Forestmen, which actually technically had a main character, but we'll get into that later. Yeah, it's really weird that it's research I've done on it recently, but all right.
I need to know this.
Yes. Well, technically Robin Hood is one of the main characters of it, but you don't. Okay, this is a whole nother thing that we'll get into later.
We'll get onto that.
Let's look at this, guys. So Lego last week, which some of us kind of knew about was coming, but we're really excited about it even when we heard it. They dropped their new It's called Forest Hideout. It's technically Forestmen Hideout. Like, let's be honest, that's what it is. But it's Forest Hideout. And that was just dropped last Friday, I want to say it was. And for castle fans, this is big news. We've been wanting a castle set for a while. The last thing we got was the 3-in-1 castle. Which thoughts, real quick, up or down? Good set.
Yeah,
I like it.
I didn't buy it because it didn't feel like castle to me. I don't know.
Okay.
It just I don't know how else to quantify it. I can't get more specific than that. It just didn't feel like what I was used to. And that's all I could say with it.
You know what I
agree.
like?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what I liked about it is more so what I've seen people doing with it. I've seen people doing their mods and like making a better, like using it as like a blueprint and then taking it to the next level. So I think it's a good jumping point.
Yes. The one thing I did like about the set is it's a great way to introduce new castle fans. And then on top of it, modular, like the old ones. I love that. You can do so much with it. But and then also we got the 3-in-1 black, no, not 3-in-1, the blacksmith last year in February.
This thing rebuilds?
Yes. That sounds awful. Not gonna lie. Which honestly, that was a beautiful set. They did an amazing job. So yeah, this one's coming out, and like they did with the Black Falcons, which they took them and re-upgraded them. They gave us kind of a newish logo to them. Like, it's the same logo, but they changed the colors a little bit. I liked it. I love the color change. Everything they did to those new Black Falcons, amazing. So yeah, this set is 258 pieces, and you have to spend $150 to get the set for free. Which, okay, that's a lot of money, but everything's a lot of money right now, sadly. So I do wish it was like 120. It just a little less. You could spend more to get another one. Honestly, though, and then also it does come with 2 figs. And then in the US, I know of this for a fact, it's available from June 15th to the 22nd, or supplies last. So my question is, do you guys think this is gonna be one of those where it's like 150 is a steeper mark to hit, so we're gonna have them on a like when I worked at the Lego store, we used to have the certain GWPs for a bit longer because people weren't hitting that higher mark. I think though, the 2 people who are gonna hit this heavily are huge castle fans who are gonna go after this. Sorry, 3 classic fans, people who are fans of classic, anything, they're gonna go after this one. And then I hate to say it, but the resellers are scalpers. That one's gonna hit hard. So what I think, so do you guys think this is going to be like first 2 days, this is going to be gone, or do you think it's going to last a bit?
I'm not willing to take the gamble on it.
I know.
I know. Yeah.
It could go either way.
I think
I need this.
Yes, this is like, if I don't have this in my life, I will be buying it from the scalpers. I don't care. Like,
if I don't have this, like, why? What am I even doing as a fan?
Exactly.
Why am I Legoing?
Why am I Legoing?
Well, it's funny to me because I get this hour break on my lunch for my job, and I'm like, all right, on my lunch, I'm gonna be hitting this up right away. It's also on my birthday, so I'm like, Lego, thank you, happy birthday to me, right? So yeah, honestly, I think buy one, and if you are waiting for buy a second, wait a day. That way you can get 2 of them, and you're not because sometimes Lego stores won't let you get multiple of them. So yeah, I think you might be able to get 2 if you do want them, which is hopefully what I'm going to try to go for here. But you never know. So if you're gonna try to get this, try to go day 1 or day 2 at least. But make that a priority, even if it's going after work. I still think they'll be there after 5 or 6 o'clock. But just go. Even if you can always call your Lego store. A lot of people don't realize this. You can actually call your Lego store and see if they still have it and how many they have. So, what sets do you guys think? I didn't prep you guys for this question, but what sets do you guys think would be good sets to get for this? There isn't a lot of stuff on the shelves right now.
Well, I know
what I'm trying to figure out too.
I know what my plan is, but I'm starting to consider another plan. But that's
okay.
My instant thought was I still need to get the Guardians spaceship.
Okay.
Exactly at the price point. It's a fantastic set. Big Marvel fan, so that's kind of a no-brainer.
I think if you don't have this, the no-brainer for this is the blacksmith.
That too, yeah.
That would pair perfectly.
Absolutely.
See, if your store has it and you don't have that set yet, then that'd be a good one to go with.
3-in-1 castle plus some other stuff. The one thing I'd recommend is the new BAM figures, for the new Falcon figures with the red cape. If you can get those, I almost was thinking about buying 15 boxes of those just to get one of these.
I know. Well, I was thinking about just the shields, because you can buy just the accessories from the
depends on the store.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Some stores will be like, you have to buy, like with the newer ones, they'll put them. Yeah. It's weird. Different stores do it. Also, I'm thinking about buying the new space sets from City. Like at least the moon base. I think that'd be really cool. But
the moon base looks really cool.
Yeah.
You could also do the Jurassic Park T-Rex breakout, and then like one other smaller set.
Yeah, for sure. I think, as if you could hit that mark pretty easily, you just need a quick like. You just walk in. If you don't have an idea, just walk into the store and ask for recommendations. They'll help you out.
I think Zach raises a good point. If you collect modulars and there's any modular buildings that you don't have yet, that's always a good bet.
Oh, that's an easy way to
technically could get 2 GWPs because I think so. Most modulars these days, they give out the vintage taxi if you get them with it for free. So and most stores got a bunch of those. So hopefully, I don't know this for sure. It's not every store. But you might be able to get 2 GWPs, like get the vintage taxi and that. So, yeah, I'm really hoping that space bedroom set GWP is still available on June 15th. But because I never got that one, but I will say this quickly: Viking ship does not come out until August 1st. Sorry, people. I know I was very disappointed with that, but all right, let's move on here. So this is the box.
Gorgeous.
That box is. I love Forest Hideaway on the side where the system logo used to be.
I tell you, when I saw that stripe across the corner there with the teal printing on it, I just freaked. I was like, I cannot even believe that they have done this. Like this pure homage to Legoland. Respect. It's amazing. I'm blown away by that. It's beautiful.
You have a Forestmen set, right, Matticus? Next, just to like kind of show
I have
people.
It sitting next to me because this is one of my this is one of my little flexes that I actually have this.
Yeah.
I wanted to show people if you look on that side there. Here, I'm gonna give you the full screen real quick.
This is
So that's what the original what looked like, and that's why this box is so special to those who don't understand this.
Yes. We got the title here. On the back, we have the alternate builds, which they sadly don't do anymore.
One of the best things about Classic Castle.
Yep. This is not in great condition, disclaimer. But and then I don't have the inner tray, but all the parts and the minifigures are there. And then there's more stuff there. But this set, I'm gonna rebuild this soon because I think it'll like go nice in one of my cubes here. But
go great with this set too.
It'll go great.
You gotta do that,
My blacksmith.
But honestly, love the box. I loved what they're doing with it. I'm just glad that they did that. I'm glad it's not a black box. Like the black box would have been cool. I would have been fine with this, but this this went above and beyond. So So and then here is the official set itself. So I want to go through, say, our negative things about this first. Like if you have any negative things, and then let's build it up. Because that's what we're like. I know we all have a ton of positives, so I know the negative is going to be really small. For the record, this is based off of Forestmen's Hideout. Yes, that was the set name. Forestmen's Hideout. So that's it right there. The original, which they honestly did a really great job of recapturing, but I love it. I love this one more than the original. I'm not gonna lie. But that's just me. I think this just looks so clean. Like
it does.
So negative thoughts if you guys have any.
I have a couple.
Okay.
And they're very, very, very nitpicky.
Yes. Nitpicky's fine.
You could change them if you're not, I won't change them because I can't change anything about a set. I don't do that.
Yes, right.
Number one is the mushroom piece. I mean the little red dish. They have a printed mushroom that has like the little white spots.
Yeah.
That would look nice.
If you have the Forest Elf from the last CMF series, and I actually just picked one of those up recently because I found one. I'm gonna stick it on there.
Yeah.
I
think you make it cute. I think the spear should be brown, not silver. I don't know.
That was the only thing I was gonna say was the spear. Yeah.
So I don't want to.
I think they had too many of those left over from the Mando sets.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Beskar spear ain't what it's worth. Ain't what it used to be worth. And then I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, sorry. Keep going.
Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say? Because I'm gonna change.
I was just gonna say something about the spears. Like I know we got one in the blacksmith, we got one in the 3-in-1 castle. Like I kind of feel like they have a bunch of those, and they're just like we don't want to make a brown one right now. I can't think of the last time a brown spear came out. It's Lego doing what they usually do.
Exactly.
Maybe? Yeah.
And then the top, like,
Ninjago.
how the branch comes out, there's like that tail piece, and then it just like abruptly gets smaller. I don't know if you can see what I'm talking
Yeah.
I
about.
see exactly what you mean. Yeah.
I wish I had a marker that I could highlight that, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like it didn't like flow. It just kind of like jumps and it gives the tree a little blocky look. But
a little bit. Yeah.
That's all I have.
Thomas, any problems for you?
No, honestly, that was it for me from what we have been able to see so far, because the images we have are not like all encompassing and we don't have the interior yet, which I'm really dying to see what that is going to include.
I keep expecting to find someone who has it and like with interior, like someone in land or something, but I haven't seen
the original.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the one thing for me, I don't care that they put a female, that's not my problem. I just wish they'd given us another hat.
Okay.
Or even like a hat that has like a tail like a ponytail coming out of it, like they kind of did with the new Viking set. I think that would be really cool. I do like this hairpiece though. I think it's very unique. I just like, because we only get 2 of them, like I want more of those hats. Like that's my only thing. It's not even a big thing. It's just like something that would have been nice. Or I do love that they used the newer short sword in there too. But yeah, that was just that little detail for me. Like it'd be nice to get more of those, because you want to kind of army build these guys and you want more of them with hats than hair. So
does that short sword look like it's pearl, or is it
I think it's the normal one. I just think it's the image.
Yeah,
and also I do kind of wish that they'd given us like a newer updated version of the other version of the Forestmen torso, or like done the color. Like
the
again,
color on it.
It's not. I'm glad that they brought back Forestmen. That's all I'm happy about right now. But it would have been nice, just like that little detail for those older Castle fans. Because if you don't know, original for people watching, original Forestmen actually had a bunch of different looks, including if you look on this one, they kind of got that like V-neck look, but they also had some that was like the look on the bottom left there, but it was like blue or black, and then red was the third color. So
well, and then they had like the peasant type of look that was like with the little bag on the side, that kind of thing. Yeah. Also, Matticus, if you need like another brown, I've got a bunch of spears here. Yeah. These are old brown, not reddish brown.
I have like dark brown from like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. So I'm good on those, but thank you.
But no, that was my only problems. Like really be cool to, but like the things I love now, going right back, I love that we got an updated torso. Like it fits perfectly with Forestmen. I wish we got a little bit of printing on the legs, but again, it's not like we got the figures. That's mostly what I care about.
I might say also I feel like it feels more like a classic set because there's not printing on the legs.
Sure.
That's just my opinion. But
I
I'm
can
like,
agree.
okay,
I can agree
basic.
with that.
I mean, it was like when you go that far back, it's so basic on the printing. Legs were rarely printed. Maybe like 2 different colored legs, like the Dragon Master, but that was it.
Yeah.
I think they should have had less printing. No printing on the torsos. No printing on the faces. Go
oh
super
gosh.
classic.
Oh gosh. No.
Jeez.
I think the face that they used is the same face they used for the Rogue from Series 16 of the CMF. It's very similar. That side.
It could be.
I'm not positive, but I was looking at that, and I have the figure next to me, but I couldn't tell for sure. So
confirming an alternate identity for our Rogue. This is before he goes rogue.
Lego theory time. Lego. So this is. I got a comment when I talked about the wolf pack where someone was like, the Rogue is like the Romeo and Juliet. So his father or something was from the Forestmen and mother from the wolf pack or one or other. And then they had the Rogue, which was like, I'm going to be more wolf pack, but I'm also going to take on like the green shades of the Forestmen. What if this is his father? And then we had some Rogue figure. I'm just saying, guys.
He falls in love with the wolf lady, the she-wolf.
Exactly.
I'm all for it.
And it's Romeo and Juliet, basically. All right. They're I can see the wolf pack and the wolf pack and Forestmen go to war, and that's how Dark Forest was made, because it was I don't know.
I don't know. I always thought we needed more Wolfpack too, honestly. There were so few sets with that faction. It was like, what, 2 or 3 sets?
Total tops. Of 3 sets from the actual theme, 6 with the figure, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Yep. You got the 2 Dragon Master sets.
And then 1 Black Knights. So.
You're right.
He's like prisoners are stealing from that, except for the battle pack, which he's just like hanging out with them. So
buds hanging out at the tavern.
Yeah.
Well, I miss those
all right.
old days where you got like accessories that you could buy. You remember the Lego magazines where you could flip through and you could find all the accessories for certain factions. You could buy like when they were doing the Western theme, you could buy a Western accessory pack, and it came with like 20 different pieces that were like shields and swords and guns and stuff. Were all
I didn't even know that was a
theme.
thing.
Oh my god, it was the most amazing thing ever. I could probably find one here too. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That is awesome. Oh my god.
In the middle. Yeah, check these out. Look at all these accessories that you could buy. Look at all this. This is all, and they were cheap too. I mean, we're talking like okay, $3.50.
Well, I'm gonna quickly throw Matticus up here full screen.
Take a look. Oh yeah, because this is $5.75 for those castle minifigures and space minifigures.
I know.
Which is such a great set. Like you get a civilian, 2 Forestmen. Yes. Oh, that's the one I didn't throw in. Yeah.
If I had a time machine, I would take my money and go back, and I would buy like 40 boxes of each of these minifig packs.
Dude, that
and I'd be a rich man.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no kidding.
Even if you did sell those, like you didn't even have to sell. You just be. I'd be like, I'm army building, guys. Like I got my army of peasants. I got my army.
Well, exactly.
40 of each is just for me. I buy another 40 to sell.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right.
Well,
so
let's go. Matt, you would like the printed, like they have all these printed elements there.
I agree.
Barely even see those today. Buy a pack of 29 printed elements for $4.25.
They don't. I mean, you can buy parts individually, but it's not the same.
There's no contest.
Like you can get the extra bags from the Lego store, but it's like the buy tag, like which I like. They're great little bags. But yeah. All right, so let's go. Let's go to things we do like about this. Also, super happy they brought back the Forestmen shields. You know, you got to have the Forestmen set.
I know.
I think that's the best thing that we can point out from this.
Yes.
Yep. Instantly reddish brown. Great.
Oh my gosh, and
I love that.
I'm excited. I'm excited for that. I'm excited. Like we get the little target, which like fun fact. The target in the set was the first time that part appeared, so I'm glad we do get the target. I want to know what's in the barrel in the set. I'm guessing it's just like yellow pieces, but like
I was hoping for the little gold coins that came with the minstrel in the last CMF series.
Yeah,
I was hoping for a few of those.
I could see those actually happening. Honestly,
I got extras.
I know I do too. I got a little bear. I have like 3 of those figures. I think I have like 9 of them or something.
Oh, I didn't get enough.
I have about.
I keep trying to find. I need like 10.
Of actual gold, like the chrome gold coins from Lego from the old pirates and castle sets.
Okay, this is off topic or like crazy, but I bought the Wolfpack Tower recently, and the guy instead of having the yellow pieces in there, actually had the gold coins.
That's even better.
Oh, right? Whoa. I was like, holy crap.
Yes.
But yeah, so I wanted like, do we actually get the yellow coins? Like what? I wonder what the coins are that are gonna like. I wonder what's gonna be in the barrel if it's just an empty barrel. I feel like they're gonna do something with that. So
gemstone. I don't know.
Yeah. You know, nowadays I can see Lego doing a lot with it. The roof looks so slick. Like that switching from that old blue roof to this. I love that change. Using the masonry bricks makes this like that gray stamp out. I do love that they took the old black, like they did the black tree, which was because like the brown parts weren't super common, if I remember right.
They didn't have a lot of those pieces in brown yet. Just like little accessory, like stuff.
Well, you're talking about these geometric corner pieces. And those, I don't think they ever made those in brown. Those,
yes, they did.
Did they?
Dark Forest.
Which set?
Dark Forest, which is ironic.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Successor.
But still, that's got to be like the only occurrence.
This is like the charred, burned Black Forest.
I know. Yeah.
But you think this would be called the Dark Forest? Is it like Iceland and Greenland? Like
it is, precisely. They called it. Yeah.
Honestly, the fact that we did a rounded one is actually one of the things that I should have mentioned that too. I know they don't make that piece probably anymore, but there is nostalgia to me in that geometric shape, because like all my castles have that, of course, for their corners. So the rounded is just so glossy and smooth. It's fine. I know they make that piece now a lot, so it's fine. But yeah,
the only thing is like I kind of like the rounded because it like makes it look a little more like a tree. But I get where you're coming from. The classic side of it, it would have been nice to them bring that back. But the rounded does look nice. But I do get where you're coming from.
Yeah,
there's 2 ways. Yeah,
and I love the masonry.
Oh yeah, and then also
The
Oh,
log
sorry, go.
piece. So is that
Yes.
what you were gonna say? Yeah.
Yes.
The bricks.
I love those log pieces, and I'm making
Uh-huh.
them black for this. Like, oh, it looks so. I don't think they used those in the original at all.
Yes. No,
No,
they just use the round bricks.
And this is more stable, and I like it.
Oh,
Oh, absolutely.
They're basically
Yeah,
replaced.
I really like
same
that.
concept.
The one thing that I wish they'd done was vines hanging off the side, just so that you could
Uh-huh.
get that. Like, again, it's nitpicky, but it looks great. So
They could have used like the regular, the current whips printed in
Yeah,
cast.
yeah.
You know,
Oh,
that would
yeah,
work
for
really
sure.
nice. But
Those whips are really curvy though, compared to like the classic whips that had just like the long, you know.
yeah, you're right. They could find a way. I'd find a way.
sure.
I'll
You
be
know,
putting some classic green whips on mine probably.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to get two of them, one to customize a bit, and then the other to be like, this is the holy grail.
Yeah.
We're not touching this.
We're not touching it. I want one to keep in the box.
Brickstop made a great comment here. I feel like the style with the updated tree details may have looked better in brown. The black looks kind of like pipes. Okay. Yep, I can see that.
Also, it's so shiny and round. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at it too. I'm like, it's I don't know.
Like even like almost like a sticker or something. Like I hate to say it, but like a sticker or something that like gave it like some texture would have been nice.
Yeah.
Kicking you out of the stream.
Stickers have gone up so much in quality in the last year.
They really have now. Like, honestly,
those early 2000 stickers are disintegrating off of sets now, but they switched vendors in the later 2000s, and they've been fine ever since.
I mean, Matticus, I just want to you commented this on a tavern talk. The original castle set all had stickers. Which actually, fun fact I've learned more recently, there was like 4 sticker sheets you got with that, each with different colors.
They gave you plenty of options.
Oh, right. Yeah. So just saying, I mean, can we really complain that we get
no
once in a while? At least our shields are printed now. Like,
there's that at least.
The only printed pieces in this whole set is the shields. Besides, the target.
The target. Yeah.
Which, like, for some reason, every castle set we've gotten so far has a target. So if the 90th anniversary castle doesn't have one, then
that'd be weird.
But the rumored 90th anniversary, because like the 3-in-1 does, the blacksmith does, like it's on the tree, like.
That's true.
My target's run away. I don't know where my target is. All right.
Yeah.
It's just the target tonight.
It's on the back side of the tree.
Oh, so that's why I can't see it. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah. So all in all, how do you think? Like all in all, just overall thoughts about this?
I'm excited for it. I mean, the log pieces are a great use. The masonry bricks are an excellent detail. And one of my favorite changes that they made was the improvement of that the roof piece. Because originally, now I miss sometimes like the classic elements like that with the weird hinge that has like they call it fingers. I've crud tons of that, but this new piece is so much more sleek. It's one piece and it has the feel of a roof. It's beautiful. Like you mentioned, Matticus, the gradient change on the width of that branch could be probably a little bit smoother, but everything else is just so really well articulated. And with the new elements that we have now, there is so much more detail you can accomplish and much more stability that you can accomplish than the old brick built tree elements that we had on there. I mean, those will easily knock off on the old set because you look at that again. If you want to switch back to it real quick, with the tree, I mean, you're talking about plates all stacked on top of each other to create that shape there. It reminds me of the Jane Goodall tribute set that I put together a while back. That was like every time I moved, something was falling off of it. The way that they've done it is very clean, and I do appreciate that. It looks really good. It's good homage.
And they really did. They captured the old set in this beautiful way, and it's like a good size too. Like I feel like it's similar in size. I'm guessing it's smaller. It's a bit smaller, but it's a good size.
Similar, very.
But it feels taller too somehow.
Yes.
Maybe that's just the pictures that we've seen, but it has more height. It feels like.
And I think the reason it looks smaller is because they use those big fat base plates in the bigger bottom, and they use fatter pieces where they use like a lot of like arcs and moves with this. So.
Yeah, that's true. You're using just plain rectangular base plates, and here we have these nice curved ones. But I love that they did the hinge action. It's just fantastic. And I mean, let's just talk about that tiny little tree. You don't see those very often.
Yeah.
And we threw this in there. It's like, hey, we know you.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
It's great.
And we got the barrel. We got like a little flower thing on the other side from what we can see. I really want to see what I want to see what it looks like closed up too.
I know.
But I'm not gonna lie, this set is inspiring me like crazy. Every time I look at it, I'm like, I want to build a little forest around it. I want to I want to build my. I've been obsessed with the Forestmen recently, and I went on like Mercari to find I've been like finally found 6 of them for a decent price to buy them up, but I was like, it's so expensive. But I'm like, I want to buy Forestmen right now. That's all I want. Like, so yeah, great thoughts. I can't wait to have the updated like. I love having multiple torsos, like, and this is like great way to add to the ones I already have. I have a couple of Forestmen right now, so this is like great, and I'm gonna definitely have fun with these guys.
Good.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to the next topic here, which is the Forestmen over the years, which they didn't really last that long. Oh, one second. We got a great comment here. Another great comment here from Brickstop. They do make an update angular wall part like the old one. Frozen Castle has white ones. I agree. They using those would have looked better.
It doesn't have like the open, like where you have to stack it onto a brick on the bottom. It's just
that's right.
green. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because they used to have to put a brick on either side of it
to
finish the corner on the old ones. Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Yeah. So let's move on. Sorry. Forestmen. They went on from 1987 to 1990, and I think some of them like lasted a little bit longer after that. Sometimes the castle factions like they'd make a theme for those watching. They make a castle theme and then let them like go on for a bit. So the Forestmen, for those who don't know, the Forestmen were a merry band of skilled archers. They enjoyed good food and good times. That was actually the official like magazine pull out about them. So yeah, let's look at these sets and have some fun.
Ironically, this was before the introduction of Lego food, so
yes,
they weren't hungry.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't even know if they have pizza yet.
You guys might know this, but there's 2 sets, this set and this set, that look exactly the same. So this is 1877.
Very similar. That one has 3 minifigs.
Yes, that's what I thought. The cool thing about this one right here, you might know this, but it can lift up and you can hide a figure underneath it.
Yeah.
Where it's like, like they're sneaking someone into the castle.
They're smuggling him. Yeah, exactly.
I would have loved to see us get a castle set with that going on. That would just be awesome.
I know. Sets had so many play features like that, you know?
So many options.
I love it that in the instruction booklet, they're showing off the piece that you put on the horse. And the saddle, like sometimes in sets, it's like, oh, those pieces are in there, but we're not going to actually show it off. Like,
exactly, yeah.
3 carts, which was kind of smart. I would have loved if we got like a crazy merchant cart, like a super, like this is sort of what we kind of get here, but I would have been really cool if we got like this, fancy guy on his merchant cart and they were robbing him.
Yeah. Oh yes, absolutely.
Well, that's potential for a future set.
Yeah.
Something
to hold on to for that kind of thing.
Right.
Here's the hideout again. Beautiful, just beautiful.
Yeah.
This is one of the interesting ones I find. I love how they made like a hideout where it's like you got a little wall that you can move. Like it reminds me of stuff I've seen from like the Robin Hood like movies where he's got like the secret hideaway in like the side of a hill or something.
Yeah, well, and I particularly love their use of the inverted arches for the tree in this one. Which is just that's so classic. It feels like, and the printed wall piece there with the window cutout. I have a lot of those, and they're just so beautiful. I'd love to include those.
Just amazing.
This set showed a lot of playability for its time. The way it opens up, you can lift that front part up. There's the door, and it actually opens. It's on hinges, so there's just like so much that you can do. Like it's it's not just like an open back thing sitting there.
Yeah. Lego did a great job making a lot of their sets on hinges. Like this one was on hinges. This one was on hinges.
Yeah.
I think there was a few of them on hinges. So.
Yeah.
When with a lot of these older sets, you get a ton of minifigures. I mean, this one has 6 minifigures in it, and there's not a whole lot of detail in terms of the variety of bricks, but you've got a ton of playability, like you said, Matticus.
For sure.
I mean, and you've got all the elements of what you need because you have like the treasure chest and the cups of gold and stuff like that. A ruined guardhouse from the Crusaders. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it does kind of actually. Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah, and then this was
bridges.
Throwback, the ladder, the bridges. Also, I was bringing this up before the show, but guys, that female forest woman minifigure only came in the set. Goes for $100 on
I know, it's unbelievable.
Bricklink. I honestly was looking at seeing her. I saw it for 60 recently, and I almost bought it. And I was like, but do I need that in my life? It's cool, but honestly,
That's someone who has one.
They did the remake version. I don't know if the remake is any cheaper.
Yeah, I don't know actually. Nice. They actually did 2 remake versions of her.
They did 2.
Yeah. When I looked it up the other day, there was 2. And that, for the record, that her cap was only used. That color was only used for her. And her
the cap alone is worth a ton.
Yes. It's crazy.
The original version, like there's the remake version, which you can clearly tell the difference.
Yeah. So one of the things I love about the Forestmen is we get so many different we got like their mountain hideaway, like in the side of like a little bit of a hill. You know, we got this little like I want to call it like this is like a guard tower. Let's call it what it is. It's kind of like a guard tower. Yep. And then we got like one where it's like, hey, on either side of the river, you know, we got like a little thing. And then we got their kind of like main fortress, which like I want to believe that this river is like farther down and connects up to like you know this little lake here, so they kind of know when people are coming towards it.
I always felt like they probably reclaimed some abandoned tower for this set.
Yes.
That was my headcanon. Like this was an existing keep that was out in the water. It had been neglected, and you've got this overgrowth that comes around it on both sides there. They've come in and they've taken this as their outpost, you know, where they do all their operations out of, and nobody suspects it because that's just that abandoned old keep out there in the water, you know.
No, they're spreading ghost tales or whatever, you know, making sure like no one comes near it, like.
Yeah. Oh, and the barrel float on there too. The barrels that they used for the little raft with the guy on it there. I love that kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh. It actually, I think you could fit in the back, right? Like you could hide it in.
Yes.
It comes around. Right.
Yeah. And it opens up again. You can access it. There's not really any detail inside, but you can use your imagination.
A lot of the best, like even the Wolfpack set, it's like a tower with like a couple, like the walls slide out on either side, so you can look back there. There's a little prison thing. Lego did a great job back then of like sliding their castles to make them look really good together, but you could also move them. Like something I think the Harry Potter castle should take some. It's like, hey, look, this looks great all closed up. We can also like open it up, make it like, I don't know. But yeah, I think
I vote hinges on every set going forward. Hinges on every set going forward.
Every hinge, even if it doesn't need a hinge.
Yeah,
it's exactly.
Blaine Falcon hinge. You just open it up.
Exactly.
My baby Grogu hinge.
Oh gosh.
Well, you know what's weird is like they did include hinges and things that like probably didn't need them. Like check this out. I have the 2002 Republic gunship. Like okay, but why? Why does this?
Why? I forgot about
that. You can turn it into a command station, of course.
I know, but still, like that's not why. You know?
Yeah, didn't you see that in the movies?
It's fun. Oh right, I forgot. It's fun.
But yeah, honestly, the Forestmen sets are great. Also, I want to bring this up. So one thing a lot of people don't realize, and you know, again, I've talked to you guys about this before the stream. A lot of castle sets during this time period had different names in the UK, so I want to give them a shout out right now. Just kind of talk about them. So I'm going to go through them one by one, and it gives you some insight because something a lot of people don't realize is in the UK marketing, they actually like kind of marketed more towards like the like myths and legends around there. So if you watch the commercial, there's 2 examples. There's a magazine that says it's Robin Hood versus the Black Knight. And then there's also in the commercial they're going to go rescue Robin Hood from the castle, in which you can go see that. But it's so this one here, oh shoot, one of them was only released in the US. I'm trying to remember which one that was. I guess this one doesn't have a UK name. I think I don't know why there's 2 carts like this, but let's see, was this one also one of the ones?
Hello. All right, so Brad is doing some research to try to see what the proper names would have been.
I hit the wrong button.
Oh no!
That's okay.
You left us in charge. We burned down the stream.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. So by the way, oh gosh, I just lost all my slides. Real in a second, guys, while we get them back.
Sure.
Yeah, sorry. Those first few sets did not actually have the UK name. So by the way, this one's just the Smuggler's Hayride. Yes. So it's just another set to smuggle people, which what do you think of there being 3 carts that make up most of these sets?
there was such an easy thing for Lego to do at the time. I mean, you've got very few elements. You've got like the little horse, bridle type of thing, and I don't know. I think that they were kind of just trying to put out a few, low price sets to get people playing. Although I do think that what was the set called again?
Smugglers
Hayride. Yeah,
Yeah.
It sounds like a ride at the fair, honestly.
It
Yeah.
Let's call it Smugglers Hayride.
I love the blocks, just the 2x4 2x2s as hay.
Hey, yeah.
It actually looks so good though.
Does.
I know. Yeah.
I'd say headcanon theory moment. The Forestmen were actually the early pioneers of like the automobile industry in Legoland. They really wanted to get in there. They had so much horsepower, like they really wanted to.
Yes.
Early hot rods.
I definitely agree. Okay, it's very weird. I thought I had them just a second ago, these other names, and I'm not finding them, and that's making me very frustrated right now.
Oh no.
So yeah, I lost those. I don't know where they went. Yeah, so there was a few different names for these sets. I for some reason can't find them, but certain castle sets do have them. I'll try to make sure I have them somewhere, even if it's on Instagram. But I just wanted to give a shout out to that because I thought it was a very interesting thing that we don't talk a lot about.
I believe this one was called like Robin Hood's Stronghold.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
I feel like I heard that somewhere.
I think you're right about that.
There was a Robin Hood. Like
there was
something was called Robin Hood. But
I remember that one being it, if I remember right. I think, let me find it again. So it's in this one, it's called Forest. Let me quickly pull it up. Forestmen's River Fortress.
Yep.
And I think you're right. It was called Robin Hood Stronghold. I don't know why it's not popping up here. But I remember looking up not that long ago, it said it. So, yeah, it's very much, you see what am I trying to say here? It may have even been the Forestmen Hideout set or something like. It's like Strong. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm going off here now. But Robin Hood was connected to these, and you can tell that, even though in like the U.S. they didn't call them any of the Robin Hood names, which I think is very interesting.
I always wondered if it was like a copyright thing, but I mean, it couldn't have been.
Robin Hood's so old, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's gotta be. Yeah, it's gotta be like in the common, whatever you call it.
I'd have
so
to
this
guess.
is my theory.
Okay.
I think Lego used those in UK because those were big myths. So like, what's the blue wizard from Dragon Masters?
Merlin. Magisto. Sorry,
Magisto.
Magisto.
But yeah, sorry,
Right.
but in the UK he was called Merlin, and then
Yes.
also the witch you were talking about, she had a different name in the UK too.
Hers was Hubble Bubble. No, Hubba Bubba.
Yes, which is based off of
That's a real thing.
It's like a mythical type, yeah.
I thought they were trying to sell bubble gum.
Oh my gosh, I feel so bad because the person told me this fact. It was based off of like some sort of like Shakespeare thing over there. It was like a play.
Macbeth.
What was it?
Yes,
it was that.
Double bubble boil in trouble. Double bubble boil in trouble, right? Like
yes, that's exactly what it was.
This way comes. Oh my god.
Yeah, so that's at least what they told me, and I think you can see that throughout sets during that early time period. Because one thing, Lego was not on their naming conventions at all, which is like, come on, Lego. But like, so I think they were trying to get all this stuff more targeted towards that UK audience about like, hey, you remember these awesome, fairy tales?
And then we got a Shakespeare figure.
Exactly.
Full circle.
Wow, yes.
There you go.
I feel like you should just be hanging out at my blacksmith shop, like writing.
Hello. But yeah, so
Juliet.
I think they were trying to get that UK audience, where in the US they didn't care. So it's like, I guess, like,
was Robin Hood not as big of a character here? Maybe.
Maybe at
he
the
likes
time,
cowboys.
at least. Yeah, I guess.
So
yeah, I thought that was very interesting though. But yeah, like any thoughts like you guys want to bring up about these sets? Any interesting things you want to point out?
So would Robin Hood then, I mean, technically be the first character that Lego used from outside Lego's canon, like predating Star Wars? Like,
no,
it's not really a licensed character. No, do we have a factoid?
King Richard the First. King Richard the Lionhearted.
Because they did King Richard. You're right.
Okay.
Which for Crusaders, technically he was the king in the magazines over in the UK. I'll send you these. Gotta remind me, shoot me a text. I'll send them to you guys. I've got snippets of them. Literally, there's a part where he's talking about fighting the Black King Richard fights the sets up a tournament and the Black Knight comes to ruin it.
Richard. Wow.
So, and that's technically where this connection comes from. Is these two were supposed to be alive at the same time, and also like there was a time period where, if I remember right, the Black Knights didn't actually have a name, and the Crusaders and them combined to have like a castle faction. And they were fighting the Forestmen, which was technically King John fighting the Forestmen.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This is how nerdy I've done research-wise for Tavern Talk. Like,
Absolutely.
I love it too, but you guys don't realize. Yeah. I was like Saturday sitting on my couch. Like, this is what I do. Like, in my Forestman shirt, looking up.
There are worse ways to spend a Saturday. I mean,
exactly. Well, honestly, I'll say that I've always enjoyed with, I guess maybe this is just my childhood, but the fact that in the U.S. they used not classic existing names, but gave us these characters like Magisto, and like with Pirates we had Governor Broadside, and like these Lego main characters that I just that you could kind of come up with your own canon for, and they have their own stories, and they don't have to be tied specifically to something that already existed in media. That's just me though. Maybe I don't know. I like.
I agree. And I think honestly, as I was saying, I think if Lego was to bring back Castle, I think the way to do it, and I've said this many times to people, you need to set up 2 factions to start with, and then they start, expanding the lands, and they set up, all these different areas, somehow they go into the Wolfpack land, just if that's a faction they brought back. And then you have main characters and you maybe pull them from different factions, or, you have your wizard character and you're like, Prince character who's leading the special group of knights or whatever. Give us characters we can relate to that aren't existing with something. Maybe give us a TV show like Ninjago. It will do so well, even if you just do the castle stuff. But I think having main characters would be a fun thing to connect onto. And I know they did it Knights Kingdom too, but there's a better way to do it where they're not all knights. Like everyone loves D&D now. You could literally do something with that, and it would be a good theme. So
that's what I think. Narrative is all I was going to say. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, narrative. I think, like you said, really diving into the fantasy, the high fantasy element. And they tried to do it with the fantasy era, giving us like the orcs and the trolls.
Such a good job.
Yeah, like do that again, but do it better, and have it connected to some kind of story.
Literally, honestly, Lego, this is how you do it. Give us a first season or comic strip or whatever. It's 2 factions fighting against each other. You can make throwback, Crusaders versus Black Falcons again, whatever. We already got the torsos. We do that. Second season, the orcs come to attack, and those 2 factions have to team up to fight them. Lego, I just made you millions. Come on, hire me.
And incorporating like the comics into the Lego magazine. I don't know, this is a big deal for me. I always loved that I could follow the Lego Maniac, who was just a regular kid like me. And then he would get sucked into the Lego magazine, and then he would have this crazy adventure, and he would have to build like crazy, and then he would solve his problem with Lego.
There was something before that, and it was called, oh gosh, I think this was just in the UK. Oh, where's the name? I got it. Shoot. I got to find it again. I'm so sorry about this. Captain Indigo. It popped up in the and I got, I'll get you guys the image right now, and I'll pull it up on stream.
Okay.
Oh shoot, it's not. 1 second. All right, but we can talk about some other stuff while I quickly grab it. There's a comic strip, but the Forestmen actually appeared in it.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I would very much like to see that.
I'm pulling it up right now. I'm just grabbing the screenshot.
They did the comic strip for the Pirates back in the day. So
I just pull up the 1995 Lego Mania, and like here's where the Lego Maniac goes into the Aqua Zone.
Aqua Zone.
Right?
And in the zone, Aqua Zone.
Exactly. Oh, jeez. I like that better than Auto Zone.
Well, what was like Alien Conquest had like connections to what was it?
Galaxy.
Pharaoh's Quest, Atlantis, and I want to say there was another one, but it was all connected through comics.
Yes,
here you guys go.
The
right from the bat.
And all the other classic. Oh yeah, look at that.
So yeah, and look, you can see, and I'll show you how Robin Hood is my name, having fun is my game, welcome to Sherbert Forest. I didn't actually realize. Hi.
Oh
Yeah,
my
so
gosh.
literally there's a part where they I guess it's I think this was a UK comic strip where
They have a
literally
robot
like
dog.
yeah, I get it was
Love
two
that. I want
it
to
was
build
two
him.
people
I want to build
jumping
him.
around. Okay, maybe this is a next stream that we talk about. We all do research into Captain Indigo. I think it was
Yeah, going back to that era.
Look at it. And I love how you get like this is like the first version of like the tan minifigures, maybe.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah,
yeah.
right. Yeah, they have like a skin tone. That's funny.
Yeah,
Why
so
that's-
I know that's
Light
really
image.
weird. But you got
It's
them
really weird.
jumping around, and there's the robot dog. I guess they're like. I also heard that there's one where they jump to a place and there's a wizard in like the castle era before Dragon Masters, and there was never a
Interesting.
wizard made. So
Hmm.
at least here it connects up to stuff. But yeah, maybe Sherbert Forest. I need to look into that more. Maybe Sherbert
Build
Forest.
Sherbert Forest. That
Yeah.
sounds yummy.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
I have
right.
the 1995 Lego magazine
Okay.
that has the Royal Knights, Royal Knights, and then
Okay.
in this one you have the Lego Maniac, who has to go and solve some problems in the kingdom there. And I loved that they had these. It was just like a short 2-page kind of feature,
I love it.
and he has to solve the problem with this. There's this ghost here, and I'll be back. I don't know.
Why
So
can't
I
we
love
get-
the animation. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm just a kid.
I honestly just realized why I knew I've been watching a bunch of Lego commercials recently, and they're the Lego Maniac commercials, which are the weirdest things you
Oh my
can
God.
watch a Lego did.
Mania.
They were really weird. I've been saving them for a special episode of something. I don't know.
Yes.
But I want to bring those in. But yeah, like even in like Clubhouse with Max, I remember his name. They did some stuff with him going, or they just like they had the different things. Having some sort of comic strip that someone can follow, get attached to
agree.
characters. And honestly, it's something I'm actually in the middle of working on is making little comic things for different factions as a fun. It's
All
not
right.
done yet. I
can't wait to
coming up
see
with
it.
the idea. I'm
That's
literally gonna be
amazing.
using photos of Lego stuff because I
Good.
can't draw worth
Yeah.
anything. So
That's great.
Honestly, there's a
yeah.
market for that.
Definitely.
Kenobricks, you
Yeah.
met the Lego Maniac, didn't you?
I met the Lego Maniac in
Ah.
1997.
What
are your weird
at
stories?
At a building
we all
competition
froze
at
up a little
Hallmark
bit
Center.
there.
Yeah.
I just noticed.
Oh,
Oop,
yeah.
one second.
Uh-oh.
Are we all there still?
Hello.
Are we back?
Yeah.
I'm here. Anybody
Oh,
else here?
okay. Your like voice is a second behind your mouth. So
Well,
How-
that's disturbing.
yeah,
I sense a disturbance in the force.
I know.
Oh dear. I am sorry.
It's okay.
No, you're all good. And hopefully I'll catch up here in a second. But yeah, so my last question that I had was how do we think Lego should bring back the Forestmen? Do you think like I think that there's a big market for a group that like okay, so how I look at it is Forestmen are chaotic good. Whereas like the Wolfpack's chaotic evil, like to use those kind of terms. And I think Lego using one of those chaotic factions, they didn't care about anything. Bringing them back would be a great way to do it. But like, if you were to see the Forestmen come back in more sets, how would you like them to do it? Would you like it like a sparse thing in like some castle sets? You just happen to get a Forestman, or like, what do you guys think? Matticus?
Well, okay, so I'll be maybe just a little bit negative here for a minute.
Okay.
As much as I would love to see like a lot more castle sets, I think that IP, Star Wars, Marvel, has killed like the in-house Lego theme. So the last
sad.
several castle themes, if I'm not mistaken, really didn't do too well financially. They lasted maybe like one line. So I think with stuff though like this, you know, the blacksmith shop, we have the Barracuda Bay. Those sets are very popular because they go towards like the adult collectors who have the nostalgia. And I think that this upcoming castle will probably be like that as well. So I'd like to see more like not so much like a bunch of small sets in a whole theme, but really just like a collector style set, you know, like a you know, $150 to $200, like maybe like a Forestman village, Ewok village, but with Forestmen.
Oh,
Like, I think that would probably be better, like if they do more of like an 18 plus type set that's really catering towards the nostalgia, because I don't think that it's really there with the kids so much.
you'd be kind of surprised, but you know, I do agree with you. I think it would be good to have a mixture of both. But yes,
Okay.
I do agree. Also, a
I have some
3-in-1
opinions on
Forestman set, they could do a good job
I was
on.
just gonna say maybe like that for like the creator, like, you know, more financially available.
Yeah.
Has my audio
Thomas.
caught up with my video yet, or no?
It is for me.
Not for
God.
me, but
Okay.
again, maybe that's going
Well,
out. I'll
shoot.
quickly check the stream, but go on. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will just say, I feel similarly to you, Matticus. But I will say that if Lego were to go back into castle as a theme, they would need to do it, really commit to it in order to make it happen. It could not be a one-off. It would need to be a really big investment, in my opinion. The same type of thing that they have done with I mean, City is a living, breathing thing that will not go away. It is one of their biggest themes for kids. Ninjago is one of those big one-offs that has remained for years now. Way past what you would have thought that it would last, honestly. I thought it was a passing thing when it first came out. I was like, Ninja Go, what's that? You know, so
Rip off of the original Ninja theme.
right,
That's
yeah,
what
exactly.
Yeah.
That was my thought on it too. But they would need to be able to not just say it's castle, but like brand in the way that they did with Ninjago, and they have to replicate that type of like personality to the sets. If they're going to make it successful, as they would have to be a big theme, not just a one-off, not just every once in a while they have like a couple sets here with that. That would be my opinion.
So I think they tried that with Nexo Knights and no one wanted it. But I think that they need
wants
to.
But that's because they
no
sold
gimmick.
it wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
No gimmicks. Like no like Space Knights. We want castle.
Like, make
you
it
know?
castle. Yeah.
Right.
I would love a one-off set sometime though. Is literally them taking a classic space set and it looks like they took a Forestmen set or something and it's like a catapult attached to like I don't know. I think that'd be a very interesting design at some point. Like you got this classic space like with a battering ram attached to the bottom as
Brad,
like a really
just build it.
Yeah, I know I
Just
should.
make it. Yeah.
But I think I agree with you. I think they have to put personality, they have to put brand into it, and they kind of half-hearted those last few castle things. I think Fantasy Castle.
Absolutely.
Fantasy Castle was the last one that they did put some effort into.
And
so like look at the ones that Lego has been successful with that have actually lasted for more than a couple of years. I mean, like Ninjago, obviously a big one. Bionicle was another huge one, and they were big on narrative. They partnered with DC Comics and released comics for it in actual books. They did movies and sets. Everything collaborated together and went together with it. Those are the things that endured for more than just like a year or two. Like Rock Raiders was one of my favorite themes. It only lasted for a year. Like not even a full year, I think. Right? Yeah, it was so good. And you had the game that went with the PC game. That was so cool. But I mean, they didn't go all in. Is the way that I would put it. You know, that's the way that I would look at it. They need to have more investment into it and more variety of media.
So someone made a good point recently, and it was actually the Brick Stop who's been commenting. Which you guys, if you're not following Brick Stop, highly recommend going and dropping him a follow. Yes. But he made a good point where they need to do it like City, where you have all these different sub factions of cities. So you have your castle.
They go together.
You got your village people. Maybe you got your farmland, side. You
the
don't
village people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, you can have your Forestmen stuff. Like you can have all these like sub themes of like this is the different stuff you focus on. You can have the back. What you got to do is one, you got to give it story. Even a little bit, people get attached to. Whereas like I always thought the original castles kind of had a little more lore to it, but there isn't really any. You just name a place literally and give it a couple main characters and people will love it. But on top of it, you don't just need war machines that are kind of funky like they did with the 2013 castle.
Exactly.
You gotta give actual substance. You know, some of the best sets, or some of my favorite sets from Castle are the civilian ones. I love the jousting set from Kingdoms.
Yeah.
The little blacksmith from Kingdoms.
The armor shop.
The sets like that are the ones that, in my opinion, are some of the great sets, but I also love the castle. I love the army building. Like I would love it if they did what you did, where you're saying, do the 18 plus sets. But I want those little like $10 packs of 5 figs.
Yes.
Like those are cool.
Exactly.
Like,
No, we want that, but
you could have a part. Like you could start off kind of not fantasy and add some dragons and stuff.
Absolutely.
Sure.
And it would be
you
great.
have to have dragons. I mean, come on. Yeah. But see, like I feel like this. So this is Knights Kingdom 2. this was going the exact opposite way that we need to go. Like, look at the limited number of pieces here, and they're all weird and clunky, and this doesn't feel like it belongs. We used like bat wings here for the sails.
There's battlements on the boat.
Come on.
Yeah.
Why are there battlements on the boat?
None of this makes any sense. I only left this together because I wanted to show it today and be like, this is not what it. This is not it. You know.
Are we going to the garbage after this stream?
The thing is, the thing is, I feel like Lego is a little bit afraid of committing to another big theme. Look at Monkey Kid. It is only available in Lego Store.
No, Lego.com. Yeah.
What I mean. Yeah, it's like, okay, we're doing a thing, but shh, you know, like.
Well, it's because it's doing really well in one market and then kind of decent. Like, it didn't sell great when it was in the U.S. stores. Like, as it was during the time where I was working there, we had some of the sets. Yeah. We were dropping those prices like crazy just to try to get rid of them.
I think there's political reasons why. Shouldn't get into, but
that's fine. And but you know, I think the thing is, you're right. They gotta like. Look, you can make boats, you can make castles, you can make cool siege engines like they did in Fantasy. Like the tower that's like kind of crazy with a battering ram for the orcs, but it's still super cool. I actually recently got the set. I'm really excited to build it. But like, there's all this cool stuff you can do. Make like, you can make a whole village. You know, you got your, you know, make your blacksmith, make them all so they can go to like a modular village type thing. Like, get sets like the blacksmith, you'll scale it down. Like they did that one village which swings out a bit, and Mill Village Raid. So you have your village, you can have your farmland, you know, you can buy up chunks of castle wall that go around it, which have little things attached.
Or like walls. Yeah. We had like guarded inn and stuff like
guarded
that.
Guarded inn, the blacksmith. Yes.
Like, check out this little Knights Kingdom one. It's just 2 pieces. It's one like this that has like some swinging axes. Right? Yeah, it has some swinging axes to protect the sword there, and then it has like one other piece to go with it too. Little stuff like that. It's exactly like you're saying, Brad. Like, you know, it's the same. Like, do what you did with City. Like, they don't even say City firefighters and City ambulance. It's just like, you know what it is, but it's like you got all these different factions. It works perfectly.
Yeah,
and it would work with
Castle. And you could have like an adventurous side of the castles. You got your adventurers group. Maybe that's part of the
Johnny Thunder.
Yeah, I mean,
Johnny Thunder.
But it's like, but I'm saying like, like adventure, like they're dungeon hunters basically.
Like a quest.
Yeah, and they go on their quest, and you know, you're just talking about like you know, you have a little cave set with like, you know, a thing that slides back. I don't know, like
temple.
Yeah, rescue the princess or something like that. You know.
Yeah. That's literally when I heard Lego Mythica, I actually had hope, and then I saw what it was exactly, and then like. Honestly, the other thing, I think they could bring back, like, we've changed the topics to how they could bring back Castle.
Oh, yeah.
Literally, they branched out and did Vikings and Ninja, the only 2 non-European based Castle themes. And they are amazing. Well done, you know, and they take the realistic element, but make it a little bit fun, funky, a little bit, you know, add some like stuff. If they had done that for other parts of the world, no, I get it. It's, you know, medieval stuff's kind of gory, but like you could still do some very fun stuff there, you know, like a war elephant. I don't know, like, and you could have expanded out to those and done those, and I think it would have been great for Lego to do. And not just, you know, everyone loves castle stuff, but you know, let's get some Egyptian sets. Let's get a pyramid. I don't know, like
well, the pyramid we're doing.
I mean, but like
I want
yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, yes.
my one thing is, you know what toy has done great on medieval stuff for a long time, and Playmobil? I hate saying this, but Playmobil.
Yeah.
How come Playmobil can do a better castle than Lego Castle?
Which they never stopped and they never changed it. It's just always been the thing that they had.
Playmobil castle. It's awesome. I want to play.
I had one growing up. I loved my Roman Playmobil.
I love my Playmobil sets as a kid. Yeah,
me too. Yeah,
here's
my comparison. Playmobil having a castle line that lasts all through the years is like, you know, a restaurant that keeps the same theme and that, like, you know what to expect out of it. And then you've got like Ruby Tuesday that like they think they're one thing, and then they think they're another thing, and then, like, do you even know where one is anymore?
They still in business. No, they all went out of business.
Exactly. They changed their model too often. They're like, no, we're fine dining now. Now we're casual dining. Now we have a salad bar. No, we don't. You know, it's like, I'll go.
And it's the
Denny's,
best
you
way
know?
to describe Lego Castle.
It is.
Yeah, they tried so many different things.
That's your tagline for the stream. Ruby Tuesday. Lego Castle was the Ruby Tuesday.
Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday.
But like we've seen Lego do this with other. I mean, space, great, another great example of, and they did actually have some very successful space stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think though it's okay to change up stuff once in a while. Like we tried some fantasy, we tried some stuff, but you gotta. They always try 2 factions, and that's about it. Fantasy era was like great because it had 4 factions. You had 2 bad guys, 2 good guys. They went against each other. You understood kind of the fantasy world there. We all love the original castle theme because you had the Black Knights. Like you had something. It wasn't just like, well, do I want green or red knights or that one civilian set? There was, hey, what group should I get? And I think that is something that Lego Castle used to do really well on. You know, even Dragon Masters, they did a good job with. Like, it technically was still a part of that world, but also like they kind of created a new one with Dark Forest and a bunch of Royal Knights. I think it was around that.
Love that.
They started adding in these other elements, but after that original castle, like after they revamped Lego Castle, they lost that. They lost that magic of like, we have a lot to do. You know, look. You could even add in CMF lines that are literally like a castle CMF line with like different knight factions. You know how well that would do? Army building would be insane.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Well, honestly, like as a kid, I always thought castle was going to be a theme that would just be around forever. Like there would always be some kind of space. Like when Iceplanet 2002 goes away, and then it was replaced with like RoboForce, and I was like, it's still space, you know. And then it was replaced with UFO and insectoids. Same thing with Castle, but then it just they stopped doing it. They stopped trying. They were like, it doesn't work, you know. And it was in the weird years with Lego where they're like trying weird stuff like Galaga and things like that. You know,
don't you insult Galaga?
I don't know.
Galaga is a great name.
I'm sorry.
Galaga. I said that's I was like, no wait,
Lego Galaga. That's actually a great idea.
Galaga, great. Yeah, Galador is no.
Yeah, and I agree. We were definitely going in circles here, but like I think we can all agree on one thing.
To talk about.
I think this needs to be a whole nother stream. I think we need to do another 2x4 stream in a couple weeks where literally just how should Lego bring back Lego Castle? We all pitch our ideas.
I think if you all have these 2 hooligans back, I think we'll come back.
I think so. Matt Mello said we have a great point here. I don't see Lego bringing back a castle theme, but I can picture them doing 18+ style sets like the Blacksmith, considering how well it's
sold.
That's
where I'm at, Matt.
I think you're right. I know. We're talking like it would be a great thing, but they're not going to do it.
Can I actually? Oh, you go first.
You go first. No, you go first.
I was actually going to ask if I can show off one like flex.
Yes.
You do your thing. I'll be right back.
Do it.
All right. Yes. No. Actually, you know what? This is a great time. Before we wrap up the show here, which I know we're getting close to here soon, guys. Again, this stream is brought to you by the Brick Monarch shop, guys. Look, they have awesome shirts, shields, stickers. I highly recommend the Forestmen stuff right now, just because of all the stuff happening around it, and it's pretty reasonably priced too. Also, the quality of the stuff is incredible. Look, when you told me the quality was incredible at first, I was like, little doubts. You always gotta have little doubts there. I got it though. The shields, like they're metal, like they're perfectly well done. I can't wait to get them on my walls. Stickers were amazing. The packing job he does, if you've ever had a bad packing job from a small company, look, sometimes it's been awful, but I'm not gonna lie, the packing job I got from him was amazing. So look, highly recommend checking out. There's a link down below. Go and hit it. Use code BRICKING10 at checkout, and you can get 10% off, which is, hey, money off. Save yourself a little bit. Get one, and then hey, maybe you'll get addicted and buy other ones. So, and he's also got other stuff that's not Castle. So.
Space, classic space. They have like full stuff. I have a bunch coming tomorrow. I'm really excited.
Nice. All right. What's your big flex?
So my flex. So this is something that I really wish was more accessible to everybody. I'm incredibly lucky to have one. But I haven't opened this yet.
Yay.
Yeah. So the Bricklink Designer Program. This is actually a remake of this set.
Okay. Yep.
But yeah, here's the back.
I can see that.
And
I love that. See, hinges.
The Bricklink packaging. Yeah, it has this like. Part of me thinks that this should not be opened because of how uncommon it's going to be, but I'm going to open it and build it. I'm
not going to lie. I've been eyeing it for $450 on Facebook Marketplace.
That's like it's worth now.
Some people, I can't find it cheaper than $400.
there's a local Lego resale store near me that has it new in box for about $420. So yeah, that sounds about right.
A lot more than I paid for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I feel very lucky that I was able to get one of these. A friend helped me actually get this. I missed it early on, but a friend had an extra, so
yeah. Oh,
pays to have friends in high places. But yeah,
right.
So, that is gonna go with like my Forestmen thing. But I think that like the designer program like that, like it'd be cool if there were ways for those type of sets to just be more available. I don't know. That's probably a whole other discussion.
You know what the crazy thing is? Look at Lego Ideas, and one of the most common things you see on there is Lego Castle stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's very common, and I think if Lego took a second and quickly looked at that, they would see, hey, look, this is what people want. I'm really excited that Target opened up one of those. What did it take? One of those sets and reopen it. It's a Viking Outpost. They took it. Did you guys hear about this?
No.
So Lego Ideas is getting another set. Target is working with Lego to take another Lego Ideas set. There was 3 votes. We don't know who went. One of the votes was a Viking Outpost idea set. The second was like this weird fish thing, and the third one was a golf thing that was in Lego Ideas. I don't remember what the fish thing was.
Oh, you have to vote on it, right?
Yes.
I did see this. I forgot. I saw it and then I forgot.
All right, guys, we're now no longer be friends with Matticus. What is that like? If Vikings loses, this is all your fault. No, we're hoping to hear the announcement of the winner here soon of that. But like that gives us another option for another castle set coming out, which I'm excited. If we do get that Viking Outpost, it'd be great with the Viking ship. In my opinion.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. If a set like that, 18 plus, like a Forestmen one, grabbing one from each old castle theme, I think people would go ham over those. And look, every time I see a castle one, I am part of as many castle things as possible right now. I'll tell you, every time anything castle, even a BAM piece, how many people went crazy over that new BAM torso is insane.
Yeah.
And I want an army of them.
Like our friend Bam Fam in the chat here.
Yeah. What's the BAM?
It's got a couple of good.
Yes.
Go back to Matt Mellish's comment.
Yeah.
No, the next one.
Oh. Don't open it at Matticus.
Don't open Matticus. And
no, don't open.
We would never open Matticus.
We can change that.
I really want to open it though.
Honestly, though, true. I have to sadly, unfortunately, Lego doesn't care about what people want. They just do whatever they feel like.
Yeah.
And which we've seen Lego kind of switch away from that more recently, but yeah, at the same time. Look, to wrap this all up, it's gone quite a while here, which has been great. But I think Lego might start putting this a little bit more back on the shelf. I'm gonna believe in it. I'm gonna believe, hopefully, with what we've been hearing this year, at least what we're getting kind of medieval wise. Like, yeah, I don't even care castle, medieval. Just get us that kind of time stuff. Mm-hmm. I think Lego could really do some amazing stuff if they part their heart into it, which I feel like they're designers who would be willing to put their heart into a good castle line. So.
I agree.
That's my spiel. Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, this has been the 2x4 table. I want to thank Matticus Bricks. I want to thank Obi-Wan-Kenobricks for joining me today. Guys, this is what the 2x4 table is all about. We're having the discussions that all these people who are just Star Wars fans aren't having the discussions about. So that is what we talk about on the show. We talk about everything castle, but also we talk about older themes. I'm going to be talking about Bionicles here soon. I'm not going to lie. That's a conversation I'm having because I want to go back into these old themes. I want to talk about them. I want to bring awareness to stuff that people don't usually think about. Because look, there's a lot of new Lego fans and they don't always know about this older stuff. So I want to bring the light to that. Guys, if you like all things castle, please hit that subscribe button and drop the stream a like. I hope you guys really did enjoy the stream today. I did a vote at the beginning of the stream. How many people are going to buy the new GWP? I'm going to quickly end that poll just to see how many people did before we end the stream. All right, 12 people voted. And guess what? They all voted yes. It looks like this is going to be pretty popular. So look, guys, day one, this new Forestmen GWP, highly recommend going out to the stores immediately on that day. You're going to want to try to get that as soon as possible. Just day one, even if it's after work, go get that GWP if you're a castle fan, or if you want to resell it. But just talk to me. I might buy it off you. So, so yeah, hope you guys all have a great day. And don't forget to break up to that next level.